Hello, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Beth, and today I'm going to be talking about why you do not need to become that girl. Just for a little bit of context, I posted recently to my subscribers asking what is something you need de-influencing from. And I was expecting mainly like some certain products, makeup stuff, skincare stuff, which came up a little bit, but I predominantly had comments, people asking to be de-influenced from glow-ups, anti-aging, becoming her, having aesthetically perfect daily routines, a bikini body. So kind of actually needing de-influencing from lifestyles that are very much pushed and portrayed on social media that are just completely fake and fabricated. So this very like aesthetic version of a life that we just don't see outside of social media unless you're very, very rich, which just for most of us is just not reality. And I've also been quite interested for a while in the concept of that girl or the it girl on social media. It's something that's like been really popular. I see a lot of videos on like how to become that girl. And it's something I definitely kind of fell victim to for a bit because I was watching these videos and I was like, okay, I need to go to Pilates and I need to wear this makeup and I need to do this and this and this. And then like my life will be and look perfect. And it's just so far from reality. So I thought I'd combine these two videos because that's what a few people were wanting to be de-influenced from. And I thought I'd also just chat about just that girl trend, I guess, on social media. So if you don't know or haven't heard of that girl, I'll put a few little snippets on the screen just so you can kind of see the sort of thing I'm on about. But it's usually a certain type of girl who has a very, very aesthetic Pinterest kind of life. Pinterest, I meant. Pinterest? Picturesque. I'm trying to say that it's very much like the sort of pictures you'd see on Pinterest. And I think I just mixed up like 4 different words. But yeah, the sort of girl you'd see on Pinterest who has her perfect meals, her, very aesthetic clothes and does her Pilates or yoga and looks very beautiful doing it and does her journaling and does her just all these little practices that are often very pretty on social media. And, when you combine all these together, you have that girl who has super clear skin and is super healthy and thin and all these different things. And it's really easy to sort of watch these videos and think, okay, if I do these steps, then I will become this sort of person. But if I'm being honest with you, it is so unrealistic that your life will ever look like that because number one, these influencers and these people online do have the funds and the money to live this sort of lifestyle or even just portray this sort of lifestyle. Not everyone can afford to go to SoulCycle and go to expensive Pilates classes and do all these things that actually do require a lot of funds. Even just having certain groceries that are very aesthetic, like raw honey and all these, just, the sort of thing I'm on about. It's just most normal people can't live like that. And that is not to say at all that most normal people cannot look after themselves and become a good version of themselves and so on and eat well. But to have that aesthetically perfect kind of life, it's just super unrealistic. And I think it drives normal people like you and me to spend so much money on trying to, and so much energy on trying to get this sort of image. And it's just not real, it's just not real at all. I think seeing these sort of personalities, these lives on social media makes us try and mold ourselves into just this specific type of person when realistically in day-to-day normal life and just reality, it's all of your unique characteristics, you as a person who's slightly different to everyone else around you in different sort of ways, your hobbies, the way you look, the way you dress, everything about you. It's that makes you interesting. It's not that you fit into this perfect mold, it's just, you don't fall in love with people, you don't gain great friendships, you don't live, you're not happy in life from looking a certain way. Sure, it might feel great for a moment or, when you've got certain likes on social media or you feel like, oh, I look so good, Sure, it feels great, but that's not like lasting feeling of like genuine fulfillment. I think you can grow as a person and work on yourself and become, like I said, a better version of yourself without having to fit into a specific box or a stereotype. Everyone is good at different things. Everyone enjoys different things. And I think that's absolutely beautiful, because that's how you find great friendships and how you explore different things. And it's just like, that is the beauty of life, is that everyone and everybody is just completely different. And that's great. You know, you don't need to be this skinny blonde Pilates girl. And if you are, and that's what genuinely makes you happy, then that is so great. And if the opposite makes you happy, then great. Like, that not one thing like that is going to make you feel better deep inside. Yeah, I think that's what kind of irritates me about this trend, or what I think is kind of damaging about it, is that it kind of promotes this idea that to become the best version of yourself, you have to look and act a certain way, and that certain way has to be very visually appealing. And, you know, you also have to spend money on things to do that. It's just a bit silly, in my opinion. I think social media has done this to us as well, where we think that we constantly need to glow up. I mean, I think since I was like 14, I've been trying to like glow up. What can I do to glow up? You know, what way can I cut my hair, or what makeup can I buy? Or, you know, like it's really hard to just be satisfied with like, no, I'm fine as I am, and I actually don't need to constantly be trying to become better and better and better and glow up and become a different person. It's like, whoa, let's just relax and be who we are for a minute, you know? I think, like, say on TikTok, you get all these transitions where it's like a before and after, and it makes you think that life is solely about like, how can I make myself look better? And that's actually so unfulfilling, and just, you know, what's it really doing for us in the long term, you know? I think it's great if you're putting energy and sustainable energy into, say, working out or becoming a healthier version of yourself. That's great, but you don't need to like force things, and you don't need to dye your hair and do this and this and get these new clothes to become more appealing to other people and to like the stereotype on social media. But yeah, I guess that's kind of just the focus of this video, is just that these trends, like becoming the it girl or becoming that girl, becoming her, or glowing up, it assumes that you, as you are right now, you're not enough as an individual, and that something needs to change for you to become likable and, like I said, just enough. And I just think that's so damaging, and it's a never-ending cycle, because, you know, as soon as you do this one thing that you think will make you a better person or a more interesting or a beautiful person, another thing is going to come along. Like, it's never going to stop, because the issue is within your mindset of your lack mindset. It's not like the thing itself that you thought you needed to change. Again, like, I think influencers and social media and whatnot, and even films, like just general media, it convinces us that like it's normal or super common to like, I don't know, like things like going to bed in like a perfect, beautiful matching set. Like, most of us are literally just wearing like an oversized t-shirt, or a t-shirt we had when we were way younger, and like some pajamas with holes in them, and that is okay. Like, I have a set that I love wearing. I feel super comfy and cozy in it, and that's great. But I'm not always doing that. Like, I'm not always doing like this perfect skincare routine. Sometimes I'm not eating a great breakfast. Most of the time, to be honest, pretty much 99% of the time. I had a Dubai chocolate croissant for breakfast this morning. Is it great? No. Can I definitely probably eat better for myself? Yeah, but life is not super linear and perfect. It's life, you know? There's no one fixed way it should look or be. We're just existing, you know? Let's cut ourselves some slack. Same as a few people said about anti-aging. They wanted to be de-influenced from that. It's just crazy how it's like everything social media. I know I keep mentioning social media, but that is something I think is just so detrimental to our mental health and like our view of ourselves and each other. But social media really convinces us as well. And like I said, just general media, that like aging is something that needs to be avoided, and that you have to age a specific way and very gracefully. And it's like, how exhausting is that, you know? Like, can't we just live? And I think aging's a great thing because it shows you've lived, like having crow's feet or whatever they're called, you know, the wrinkles. I don't even know their names because I just couldn't give a crap. But like, those are all just signs that you've lived, you're a person, you've smiled, you've laughed, you've felt emotions, you know, like all these trends about like anti-aging, glowing up, whatever. It's like it's trying to strip our just humanity and life away from us. Like, you'll just live. Just live. You don't need to be anything but yourself right now. Just exist, you know? I just wanted to reiterate that in my videos, I am not saying that, like, oh, you never need to grow or never need to learn things or do anything different in your life and you should just sort of do whatever and, you know, just sort of float. But no, like, I think it's great to grow, and I think it's great to really take care of yourself and, you know, work out and so on. But I think that needs to come from a sustainable and loving place, and it cannot come from wishing yourself to be somebody else and hating yourself into another person. You know, that's never, ever, ever going to be a long-lasting change that you make in your life, and it's never going to feel good. So yeah. Anyway, I feel like every single one of my videos, I just ramble and I kind of get a bit like, I don't know, heated about it, but I don't know, there's so many like YouTubers that do sort of video essays that are well researched, and I love watching those, but I kind of just want to bring a more kind of chilled, personal sort of angle to the topics, because these are things that I have struggled with. So I kind of just want to talk to you guys about it like just friends, because I consider you all friends, and I love you all, and I love the comments. So yeah. Let me know in the comments, if you're still watching, let me know something that you either want to be de-influenced from, or something that you've just sort of realized, like, I don't need that. I don't need to be influenced by that in my life. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. And yeah, I appreciate all your support. Bye.